Okay, GCP, Google Cloud Platform. You can say GCP is one of the big public cloud service providers. So, if you talk about the basics overview and what are the services GCP offer, so we as a engineering teams we should aware what kind of services are supported or offered by the GCP, so we can plan whenever we are discussing or designing some applications for the particular customers, right? So if you talk, GCP stand for the Google Cloud Platform. It is one of the biggest public cloud provider. Maybe you already aware the Microsoft have also cloud service named Azure. Similarly, Amazon also have a Google cloud computing services like AWS. Similarly, GCP is also Google Cloud Platform is also a cloud computing service provider. So what say GCP is as a simply collection of cloud computing services that allow an organization to manage data and application online. So if any company or any software industries want to uh, manage his applications, his application, his application and application also manage some data, database, file system. So these application itself and corresponding its data, everything you want to manage online. So this GCP offer the services on cloud computing so that any organization can build, deploy, run its application and maintain the data. Excuse me. If you talk the cloud, this is the GCP consists you can say provide in the terms of computing services. So how these services, cloud computing services, GCP offer. The GCP have a consists a set of physical assets, maybe computers, hard disk and drives, and virtual resources such as virtual machines. All are the contained in the data center around the globe. So whenever we as a developer, I want one machine or so here cloud service provider GCP offer, hey, on the internet you can access, you can demand, hey, I need one machine for this configuration, I need one Linux machine of this RAM, this CPU. Okay, so we as a developer can just go to the online with the help of browsers, we are going to access this machine. Good, but somewhere the cloud provider have a physical RAM, computer, memory must be. So this GCP or any cloud provider, you can say, they have a data center. Data center means the physical locations where they have put his computers and all the hard disk, drive, memory, everything. And these data centers are maintained the level of your power cooling system, because these are the very big data center and very huge kind of machines and computers and hard disks and drives, because on the top of the actual physical hardware they are using the concept of virtualizations, and with the kind of virtualization and containers they are offering lots of machines or virtual machines or computers for the customers. But they, if you need 5 CPU, 10 GB RAM, so somewhere physically RAM must be available. Some CPU must be available. So generally, cloud provided also the concept of the vCPU, virtually CPU. Similarly, virtual machine, similarly virtual CPU as well as. So this is the lots of concept about the virtualizations and containerizations. Uh, these technology used by the cloud computing to offer these services like machine, server, database, everything. But behind the scene, as a we software engineering teams, our we are not we just access the machine, but behind the scene, our cloud provider have a physical data center, physical hardware, physical memory, physical CPUs, everything, and to maintain the proper electricity, power supply, cooling system, everything taken care by your cloud provider. We just focus, hey, I need one particular server for 1 hour, for 1 day, for 1 month. We have a performance testing, and after that, we just release them. So you can say it is a GCP that designs in the such a way so that they can provide a flexible and scalable platform for building, deploying, and managing cloud applications and workload. So you can say almost all cloud providers, not only GCP, is provided the very flexible and scalable. That means according to the your need, according to your timing, when how much you want a particular hardware, software, resources, they can offer you on any times, any day, and they provide the concept of your applications can be scalable. And here, not just you deploy your application, if you want to building our application, developing application, deploying application, and managing all the application lifecycle and whatever the workload we have, everything is provided by the cloud provider. So you can say nowadays, generally, we as a software engineer, let's say I have written some code and I want to test it. So for running any code, for any testings, let's say you written a code in the language Java and you have a, but you want to test it. So you need at least the environment, compiler, Java compiler, Java runtime environment. This compiler and environment must need some hardware, software, where they are running. So operating system, you want to run on a Windows machine, you want to run the Linux machines. Okay. So finally, you required some kind of operating system, and that operating systems on the top of that required the runtime environment or library for the programming language and the compiler to compile and run reports. Everything is all the compilation, building, making, everything is provided by your cloud. So here, just you write the snippet of code and you can say, hey, GCP, I have a code I want to run. The GCP provide a platform. Hey, here you can just put your code and just run it. And everything for running your code, whatever the required compiler, runtime environment, operating system, memory, hard disk, whatever things you needed, we as a cloud provider offer it. Nowadays, software engineering team is mostly focusing on the writing or implementing the customer or business use cases. And nowadays, you can say GCP is widely used by the business and organization, maybe organization, maybe small size or medium startup or even a large enterprise. So GCP is designed in such way, so flexibility side, not a hey, I one simple developer want to use the GCP or a small organization or any startup company or even very large enterprise applications organization also can get the benefit. The GCP provide the services in the context of very variety of customer base, not just for the bigger company or industries, a specific industry, a specific kind of customer base. So GCP is trying to focus, hey, we are public cloud provider and we are going to offering services to everyone, Maybe simple developer, small organization, product-based company, any startup company, any large enterprise company, for anyone, you can easily get the benefit of GCP. So if talk about the services, what this GCP offer, you can say GCP offer huge list of services because the focus of GCP is providing reliable services for different level of organization, small, medium, large. So if you talk 115 plus, you can say product and services. Might be we're not able to discuss or cover everything, but the gist is that we as a engineering teams, our responsibility, hey, we are working, we are consulting particular firms, particular business, particular domain, and particular use case of the particular customers, and we have to analyze, hey, for this scenario, these use cases, what other services already offered by the GCP or any cloud provider. If we aware, we can easily get the benefit. The objective of the understanding or learning the GCP, that we should aware what are the services GCP offer, Google Cloud provider as a provider offer, and what are the way how we can use them. Okay, so if you broadly, if I categorize, this is a very huge list, but if you categorize maybe for the infrastructure, last class we discussed, generally all the public cloud computing service provider offer infrastructure as a services, IIS, and platform as a services, platform as a services, or software as a services. Platform as a services we discussed last two, containerize as a services, or function as a services, or this is also known as a serverless. So these are the kind of features: infrastructure as services, platform as a services, software as a services, container as a services, function as a services. These are the almost all the cloud providers offer. So similarly, GCP also offer, hey, for infrastructure as a services. That means ki all the computers, server, memory, storage, networking, power, cooling, whatever the basic infrastructure required for any running software application, for that infrastructure as services offered by the GCP as well. Okay. Similarly, nowadays data analytics, for analyzing, storing data, for analytics, for analyzing everything, lots of services GCP offer. And app developments, for building application, deploying application, running application, maintaining version, maintaining load balancing, distributions, everything, all the application development related infrastructures you need, platform as a services, you can say GCP offers. Integration services, many times you want your application to integrate, to communicate one services to another services. So what are the communication protocol, channel, how microservices are communicated, how your application communicated third party, what infrastructure is required, what the hardware required, what the protocols required to support. These are services also supported by the GCP. And nowadays, lots of talk going on around the generative AI at AI. So for those also, Google have a very rich set of services, API available for offering services in the artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning AI, and generative AI, and all of the new edge technology, you can say, in the terms of artificial intelligence AI. Google also offer the services. And for these kind of many times, we need management tool. Let's we are running applications, and so generally application, we have a lots of management tools. I want to uh, make some matrix, or some I want to know CPU utilization, I want to check health check, I want to monitoring the status, many management activity kind of things, monitoring your health status, utilizations, everything are provided by the management tools, even the like logging, tracing, error handling beyond your application development. Now let's see, your application is now deployed in the environment, and after that we have lots of microservices, different region, different location they are deployed. How to manage? We have a build a custom dashboard on the basis of distribute different kind of attributes, maybe CPU utilization, maybe load traffic, maybe region wise, maybe failure, maybe response. According to, we have to build custom our trigger points, and we have to. So you can say all the management tool like dashboard, matrix, analytics, or you can say logging, tracing, debugging. For those scenarios, lots of management tool available. Similarly, for developer, for debugging, for tracing, for error tracking, they have built tools available. You can say the list is too much high. We are not going to cover, but whenever the particular use case we as a software engineer are discussing with the customer, and whatever the conclusions come after discussion with the customer, and we have decided we are maybe can get the any service provider offers the services, kind of services, that's very help us. You can the if we are choosing cloud computing for developing, building customer requests, we have lots of age benefit, like all the non-functional requirement, and like scaling, highly availability, security, and these are thing infrastructures, everything taken care by the cloud provider, and we as engineering teams are only focused on the business requirement, implement and test. So we can give the customer release our initial versions of application to the customer early, and customer provide the feedback. So uh, going to the market so quickly, so fast, due to these services, you can say. The services is very huge, we are not going to cover everything, but basic services here would be, you can talk. Okay. So lots of services, the basic services for you can say any kind of any cloud providers. First is your computing. For computing is your maybe computer hardware, so hardware server everything. And if lots of computers or virtual machines are here, then what are the networking concepts, how networking happen, how IP routing, firewall, VPC, everything, and your application required storage. For storage, different kind of storage, object storage, file storage, database storage, what kind of different storage you have, those services for database is specific, and clusters, your orchestration tool, your container-based application. So we GCP support the Kubernetes engines for that, analytics, AI, ML, and security, encryption, decryption, cryptography, authentication, authorization, user management, role management. For that, IAM services have. So you can say lots of services they offer, but surely I'll will know basics at least. Hey, for the particular scenario, particular use case, which services help us. So for compute engine, app engine for application development, deployment, cloud function run the particular code, a snippet of code, cloud run allow to run the Docker based, container based images application, load balancing, yeah, MRR, CDN, you reduce the latency of your application, DNS hosting, your names, logging, monitoring, AI platforms, and for the database, big tables, storage, spanner database, data store, data flow, SQL, Cloud SQL, BigQuery, Dataproc, and fast memory access may be reducible. Similarly, memory store, Google Pubs, Google. You can say list is very very high, but we should know what kind of a services GCP offer. So whenever we are discussing or designing our applications, the particular use case, particular scenario, hey, these services are very easily fit, and which use case that can already offer as a services by the GCP, we have to choose them, because now we are not going to just wasting our time to again scratch design everything. Let's say I want to some public subscriber model kind of things, event driven architectures. So already Google have a pub sub architectures. So why not just use them? They've already built, they already tested, and we are rely on this product and services. So you can say these are huge base services, and on the top of this services, GCP also some other benefits for the organizations. As we know, these are the whatever the applications we are going to deploy it on the GCP, Google Clouds, and your applications by default get this benefits, like your application can be support scalability. Just you want, hey, I want support scalability in my feature, and Google Cloud providers. That means now your application can serve huge million requests, and user requests sometimes go very spike high, very spike low. Everything is taken care by with the context of cost effectiveness. Let's keep particular season or particular month, you require dozens of instances or software or server to serve your request, and after next month maybe you have a couple of instead of millions, maybe dozens of requests, thousands of requests come. There might be some instances are scaled down by GCP itself. So we have to keep. They are also offer these services with a keep in mind cost effectiveness. Because why we are moving to the cloud, couple of benefits you can say. First, your cost effectiveness, because the on the particular day, a particular period of month, I need to require 100 server. For purchasing 100 server, set up 100 server, maintaining a cooling system, power system, networking, that's a time. So here they are take a times and cost as well as. So two things here keep in mind. Cloud provider offer quick faster time delivery, quick delivery your application, and second offer the cost effectiveness, because might be you have not going to the procurement all this hardware and software for permanent. Okay, and another benefit may be flexibility, reliability, security, and cost effectiveness. Okay, so as we discussed, scalability, that means whenever your applications, hey, your application receive the request, and now you as a application development team, you are not responsible, hey, how my application can, excuse me. So here, just we deploy your application. Hey, tell, hey, Google Cloud, can you maintain the scalability? If my application user traffic is going to so increase, can you add more instances? Add more instances. They can do. Hey, now our application receive the less traffic. Can you just remove out server from the my clusters? They will do. So here, your GCP support both, you can say horizontal scaling and vertical scaling, but nowadays mostly prefer horizontal scaling, because due to the geographical locations, different region, different zones, our server can be maintain redundancy and multiple copy, so that we can say our application become highly available, and scalable. So here scalability and plus our application automatically get the high availability, means always available for the every customer in every zones, you can say. Just we have to tell, hey GCP, I need this services. Should be highly available and scalable as well. So both means they are offered. And flexibility, as we mentioned, GCP provide wide range of services and tools. So you can use build, deploy, and cloud services and anywhere, anytimes, and your customer, your application can be accessible these anytimes, anywhere from browser, internet, or cloud, or third-party services. Because GCP designs provide high level of uptimes and reliability. So due to that applications, many services you can find, hey, GCP offer kind of some SLS service level agreement. Hey, our application is always up 99% 99.99%, 99.99999%. 11th 9 you can say. So you can go with a list of services, and in this some services our Google itself offer the reliability. Hey, our servers always be up to this 99% period of times. If we have some SLA, the we SLA give us the reliability. Hey, my storage device, yeah, my load balancer, my applications, 99% would be up. This is reliability or security given by the GCP itself. So due to that, we are ensure that hey, our system is very reliable in the context of deployment, and they are also maintain the uptime. Uptime is, let us he in the cloud we have one services and multiple requests are coming here. What happens some due to region this server are crashed or down or overloaded. So GCP maintain the multiple copy of the server in a different zone. If this server is down, the requests are routed to other servers. Now they are taken care. So they maintain the fault tolerant, and they maintain the uptime, because they have a redundant copy, multiple copy, duplicate copy of different regions. If one region somehow fails, some disaster recovery happens, something problem happen, your request can be routed to the another server, and that server know about everything because they have a duplicate instance. So due to that duplicate redundancy, you can say our system are more reliable and uptime maintained at level of your service level agreement. The security is one of the key concept whenever you're going to the cloud from your on premises to the cloud provides cloud services. So you are storing data information. So for those in a scenario, cloud provider will be focused, hey, they are going to ensuring that whatever the informations you are storing inside my cloud, this is my responsibility that they are secure, they are ensure that no one can access, no one can read, no one can interrupt, and if something failure happen, we are going to responsible to recover them. So everything's, so for encryption, for decryption, for authentication, for authorization, for TLS, for uh, certificates authorization, permission, role, everything's are designs by the Google Cloud. So security is the one of the key concerns. So some level of security is already defined by the cloud provider itself, and some security are also taken care by the customer, like the customers given some rules and condition, because the customers have a application, customer have a data access. So data and customers have a going to, hey, because the customers are going to access with a particular role permission, if so those things and all other things information is stored in the cloud, they are encrypted stored, they are no one can read them, they are highly sophisticated, and anyone try to access their first authentication and then authorization with a set of permission, set of rule, everything taken care by security as IAM services. And again, the most key part about the cost. Whenever you are deciding you are going to use GCP, please be aware the cost effectiveness. Cost effectiveness only possible if you are using cloud services. Be effectively, be cautiously, because whatever the service are using, you have to pay you go pricing model. So whatever the resources you are going to use, you must know the pricing model, because GCP have started billing after 1 minute. That's your, you started one server, and after 1 minute every second billing is going to start. Okay, the per second billing is going to start it after a minute. So you should aware what is the pricing model. Many places I observe that some customers previously they are running his software on the on premises. Now they move to the cloud environment, and this application and they are comparing the cost of the infrastructure. In the on premises they pay very less than they are. Now they are in the cloud provider, they are paying very high cost. Why? Because we as a engineering teams are not configuring, are not understanding the pricing model of the resources which we as engineering teams are going to use. So whatever the service that's offered by the Google or GCP you are going to use, be carefully understand, read the documentation, read the pricing model, understand the pricing model, so you can aware, hey, because they are every second you have to go into the pay. So must be aware ki what durations for the period of times you are going to which services. Might be the particular services, maybe storage or device. Maybe for example you are using some storage for storing the logs of the application, and you are going to store logs for storage lots of category the GCP have, but you are not deciding which category I'm going to store my data. And for each request, millions of requests come. For each request, we are storing some kind of information data in the Google Cloud storage, and we have to pay. So we have to decide, hey, if you configure some informations are not quickly readable, we have to move to the archive kind of a data store. But you are not configuring properly, you are not deciding properly, hey, because the storage have a different charging options. Okay, if some informations like a backup and they're not frequently used, some information are frequently used, but you are going to store information like log or something event in a frequently accessed database, that's very costly than compared like a backup, cold line, near line kind of a storage options. So the reason why engineering teams should know the cloud services. Well, engineering teams first objective you know all the services, and second objective we have to understand the pricing model of each and every services. For storage, you should have what different variety of services for storage GCP offer, and what are the pricing model, because we have to pay. Our objective is reduce our cost and increase our revenue. If you are not considering proper pricing model of the each services, that may bear lots cost to you. Okay, so this is a very key point for any cloud services you are going to use. We understand what are the services you are using for this service. GCP, what kind of pricing model have, and for the particular maybe you are using the some AI, AML database, the application server, node base, anything. For that, GCP offer variety of services. I just you listen, okay, I'm going to use a particular database, maybe file store or SQL. But for storage, GCP offer variety of services. You should aware, hey, service one, service two, service three, service four. This is a pricing model of this. So which are the cost effective? So nature of data, you have to select your model or services. According to the model, you have to choose which pricing model I am going to do. This matter lots. Cost matter lots in the cloud environment, right? Reason is that in on premises, whenever you are going to purchase one set of hardware, your initial amount which you already invested and your application running forever. Now you're not going to pay extra costs. But in the cloud, you are not paying anything for your software, but let's you are going to start using, and while using you have to pay you're using continuously basis, monthly, yearly, 10 year, 5 year, you have to pay more and more and more. They have to decide which cost is fit for me, maybe on premises or cloud. So due to the notice, there are multi kind of cloud: public cloud, private clouds, and your hybrid cloud. There might be some business scenarios, some services, some your business capability you are going to for hybrid. Yes, some data storage, something I'm going to store my on premises on my private network. As some services I'm going to use the cloud provider. So be careful. This is not only mandatory. Hey, if you are choose, hey, I'm going to for the public cloud, so everything I'm going to store in the public. No, you have to option. You have to go for the public, or you go to the hybrid, or still you go to the on-premises and private cloud. So be cautiously decide your application nature, time, because timing is so matter. How much times your applications are for your applications, GCP offers services they have to charge. So somewhere GCP, some scenarios, some application, GCP is very cost effective. And some scenario, some use case, some application might be GCP is more costlier than your on premises. So in those scenario, we have to switch our data, our model, our analysis in on premises, kind of a hybrid cloud. And here, good option. Uh, GCP support. Hey, your private on-premises data or server can communicate to the GCP. This is the concept of shared VPC, networking, VPN, tunnel. You are going to talk future, but here this is the concept. We should aware. This is not a thumb rule. Hey, we have decided to move to the public cloud. That means everything we are going to the every services we are going to use only by the GCP itself. No, we have to. Some services go on the cloud, some services go on my public network, some are the private network, so that we can make a cost effectiveness. The cost effectiveness terms is very key. We should keep in the minds. And all these details, if you want to understand the detail about the GCP, good options, we can go and refer this cloud Google Cloud Document Center. Every information, everything you can find here, whatever I discussed, because final truth of information for GCP is the GCP Google Cloud Document Center. Whatever I am speaking, maybe I am wrong. Maybe some information can be updated later. Maybe you are watching today, but after some day later, some information is maybe updated by the Google Cloud. So good options always for any kind of public cloud or any technology you are learning, you are understanding. Please be focused to learn from is the source of truth. And whatever the information I am giving you about the GCP, that should be come from this Google Document Center. This is the truth document, official documents, official URL, everything. So whatever we have, you have to learn here. And whatever the incoming session is going to talk from the same document. So it's a good option. You can you yourself read out, explore it, and get better understanding. each and every architecture, services, everything they are here offer for us. Even if the product list, all the product list here they have offer more than look all the product here they have. So notice actually in your application you require the database. So here different kind of database available. So you have to choose which database is our requirement. Maybe SQL database, non-SQL database, file kind of spanner database, or like memory store, file store, or Cloud SQL, or Bigtable, or Post Allowed DB. These are different options we have, and we have to different pricing model. We have to understand, right? Similarly, if you want a kind AI ML kind of a tools and services, these all are the AI ML tools available. Okay. Similarly, you want to application development. The lots of application development services available like API gateway, APG, app have lots of like cloud build, cloud code, cloud deploy. So these services, cloud sell, everything's here. You should aware pubs for the event driven architecture. Okay, integration connector, service mesh, everything's here. For somewhere you're not building, somewhere just application you want to host them. So for application host, we have an app engine, we have a different kind of a maybe GKE, Google Kubernetes engine. These are the most popular app hosting. App hosting is you already build application, now you want to just host on the clouds. Okay. Similarly, for the your server, for virtual machines, these all are the tools available. So our objective, let's you want to store the data. This is the one is the database. One is storage is the database, known as the block storage. Another known as your just storage, storing your file, images, cloud store, file store. These are you can say just refer this official document. Everything's here mentioned like you want to data analytics and pipeline. So lots of tool for BigQuery or cloud computer, data flow, data prog, data place, lots of looker, data streamers. These services are already built by the GCP. So we should aware. So most probably these are the overview, everything's and good options before going to uh, choose anything. Get ABCD, basic understanding about the services and basic understanding about the pricing model before you are going to choose. Okay, and if you want to get all the product and services, maybe which are 150 plus cloud services, and you can just find out here all the services are available. Let's give on to infrastructure. So for infrastructure as a services, lots of services you can find here. Maybe compute engine, virtual machine, here virtual machines, here high performance GPU, similarly TPU, maybe similarly lots of migration, lots of VM integration. Maybe you want to some very secure kind of a virtual machine, then you can sell VM, batch processing. Similarly for networking, we are not load balancer, CDN, everything, lots of services there. So here, please uh, follow the official document, Google document center. So whatever I also learns from the same document center, and here is nothing new I'm going to here talk about. But yes, might be the way you are reading this information can be changed because we have to focus on the original document center. So this is just my some humble request for learning any tool, technology, cloud. Please try to get updated information from the official website or document center. Hope this information is helpful for you. Thank you.